What's up, y'all? It's Ty. In this video today, we're going to be talking about the auction house crash that is going to be coming in College Football Ultimate Team 25 today. And it has everything to do with the new homecoming cards added into the game. Obviously, Stroman's a beast. Obviously, you guys can go up and down some of these cards. This kicker's a stud. But the old cards are the cards that I honestly like more. Megwood, Riley. Those are the cards, even this Merengues, that are going to go way down in price. And even some of these 88 overalls and Brooks and some of these other guys are guys that are super useful. Along with that, I do want to also mention in this video, if you do have any of this, or if you do have this homecoming strategy item, it is so important that you, if you want to like win in the gauntlet, that you do utilize this to the best of your ability, because your homecoming players are going to have +2 acceleration, catching, run blocking, pursuit, zone coverage, and agility. So it's going to make those homecoming players even better, which is more of a reason to today pick up the homecoming players that you personally want. So I know, for example, I think I saw acceleration in there or agility. I don't know exactly what ones I saw, but I also saw zone coverage. So for example, Stroman, Riley are two guys today that I'm going to specifically look up, because you guys might be like, well, Ty, I don't know how much better this Riley is than a guy like Travis Hunter. But guess what? You're going to go up +2 to the zone coverage, +2 to the agility. And then before you know it, Riley is going to be one of your best corners in the entire game if you do have that homecoming boost. And right now, he's 230,000 coins. Stroman, he's 463. So maybe you want to ball on a budget. And guess what? This LaMiles Brooks is an absolute beast for 60,000 coins. He was way more expensive the last time I checked. Now he's 65,000 coins. And again, if you do play a lot of zone coverage, he is going to be an absolute beast for you and your specific squad. So even for my squad right now, I've got Hunter Wohler. But when I'm looking at upgraded Brooks compared to Wohler, Wohler is not as good as Brooks. He's just not. If you're talking about the upgraded version of Brooks with the homecoming boost, he is the better option. And so that's what I'm telling you guys today, even at the quarterback position. Guess what? It might be worth it for you guys to pick up the new quarterback in KJ Jefferson if he is a decent price, because of the fact that he should not be super expensive. Same thing with Megwood. You guys can see my Megwood is now in my lineup at a 92 overall with all of the upgrades, all of the boosts. So again, I would, with the market crash, guys, try to take advantage if you do have this homecoming strategy item. Acceleration, catching, run blocking, pursuit, zone coverage, agility for wide receivers as well as corners, secondary players. That is really where you're going to have the most success with this specific card. It does help the run blocking though, so even if there is like an offensive lineman that you specifically might want to pick up for your squad, you absolutely can do that. And it doesn't just work for the best cards in the set. It works for some of the budget options as well. If you do want this corner, guess what? This corner, Tavon Nicholson, he's going to now have 87 acceleration, 88 zone coverage. So now you're looking at a card that was good, now become really, really good again if you do have that homecoming boost. So that's kind of what I'm looking at. I want to do well in champs. I want to do well in the gauntlet this weekend. And I think, if I do play the cards right this weekend, okay, this has to be an absolute snipe with KJ Jefferson. It's pretty big risk buying him for 400,000 coins right now. But I do think with that boost and with the fact, oh no, this one's 400,000 as well. I just sold the bag badly, because that is what KJ Jefferson is going to end up going for, is 400,000 coins. So yes, I just sold the bag super bad on this KJ Jefferson. But even me at the quarterback position, guess what, guys? Maybe I'll try to sell him for 408,000 real quick. If he sells, that way I won't lose a ton of coins. But even with KJ Jefferson, the way I think about it is, let's say my KJ Jefferson doesn't sell and I end up having to run the card. At the end of the day, I know his acceleration is going to go up. I do know his agility is going to go up. And I know he's just going to get slightly better with this homecoming strategy item. Again, it's not the biggest thing in the world, but if you add the acceleration and agility to KJ Jefferson, who I think is already good, he is going to become even better, throwing the tight spiral, all of those types of things. Now, I do hope he sells. Obviously, I shouldn't have bought him. I thought it was a snipe at the time. Sometimes you got to live and learn, and obviously that's a situation where I will learn. But a lot of these homecoming items should go way down in price throughout the course of today. So we'll see. Maybe my KJ Jefferson will sell. I doubt he does. But definitely some cards I'm looking at today if I'm you guys Definitely Megwood. I think he's one of your best receivers in the entire game without the boost. You add the boost, there's a no better wide receiver in the game to run right now in the game. Same thing for Riley. I think without the boost, he's one of the best corners in the game. With the boost, it's no doubter, no brainer to pick and run the card up. If you can get this card, again, not necessarily telling you guys to, remember, his acceleration is going to get boosted with the new drop. His zone coverage is going to get boosted. His agility is going to get boosted. Then Stroman does become that next level of good. And again, that's just talking about the big ballers. But Lamars Brooks going to become an absolute stud with the homecoming boost, as well as a lot of these other cards. So don't think it's just, the top level cards that are going to get boosted. If you don't have a top level card, they're not going to be good. Even for this Xavier Townsend card, he is going to become a lot better with the homecoming boost. And that's really what I'm looking at today is what are cards that I can add to my squad that are going to be really good that with the homecoming boost could take that step to be that next level. Even this Samanza card at the quarterback position. 60,000 coins for this card, who again, I'm going to get the acceleration boost. He is going to get the agility boost, which you guys might not think matters that much, but it does a little bit within the card. And then you're going to be looking at this card, who is going to be absolutely really, really good as well in Caden Samanza. So that's really where I'm at, what I'm looking at today as far as different cards to possibly pick up for my squad. I might try to run a squad of a lot of different homecoming cards, because why would you not? Honestly, I want your guys' opinion. Why would I not run a squad of, it doesn't have to be all, but a lot of homecoming cards? Because even this Malcolm Lamar card, this card receives +2 run blocking as well as agility. So why would I not run this left tackle over some other left tackles when I know his run blocking stat is going to get better and I pass the ball more, and he is a great pass blocker? So that's kind of what I'm looking at it. Anything that you guys can win in the margins is what I really would try to accomplish today. I don't necessarily love this Devin Neal. I'm on record for saying that I think his zone coverage stinks, but it does get a lot better with the boost. +2 as well as the +2 acceleration definitely can help out. So that's kind of where I'm at with this, drop. Even this Marley Cook, obviously the acceleration is going to go up. He's going to just get that slightly better with the agility as well. So just some slight upgrades that you can make for your squad is picking up these homecoming cards. But I do think guys that I really would look at is Megwood, Riley are the big ballers today that should see a pretty steep price drop, and are cards that I personally would probably recommend maybe you guys picking up if you do want to upgrade your squad. Still hoping my KJ Jefferson sells. Obviously, I'm not optimistic about him. If I have to run KJ Jefferson, I guess I'll run him and hopefully get the win in Gauntlet and a lot of wins in Weekend League. But it is what it is. I do think Riley, I do think Megwood are the two best viable options for you guys. But even if you do go down a little bit to these 88, 89s, a lot of these cards should slowly see their dropping, their drop in price. Now remember, Legends Drop does come on Sunday. That's where you're probably going to see even more cards drop. It's crazy to me seeing some of these prices, even like a Darian Porter. But would you rather run Darian Porter or Dorian Strong, who now is going to see that 88 acceleration, that 87 zone coverage? The agility is going to go up to an 87 as well. That's the tough part. Now you have all these homecoming cards who are seeing that big time boost because of that being in the game. So just kind of be careful, obviously, if you do, buy any of these homecoming cards to sell them before next week at this time. Otherwise, they're just going to continue to slowly go down in value. But you're seeing a lot of repeat pulls. Again, a lot more Quincy Rileys today than there were last week. A lot more Megwoods today than there were last week. Makes a lot of sense, but I wouldn't hesitate when it comes down to these cards. These cards are some of the best cards at their specific positions. I'm going to have to eat my coins when it comes down to KJ Jefferson, but it is what it is. You live and you learn. And today, I've got to learn. That's going to wrap it up for our video. Drop a like on the video, guys. Subscribe if you're new, and as always, man, I love you guys. Have a blessed day.